always be freedom. It'll always be freedom.
Hi, everybody. I am Catherine Bleisch-Bonendien, and I am so excited to announce Anarchapulco AscenDANCE 2025. For those of you who have not bought your tickets yet, this is going to be a super useful video giving you some of the nitty-gritty logistics about when the event is, where the event is, how you can sign up to volunteer, if you want to bring your family, what that looks like. And then we're going to talk about some of the side parties and special ticketed events as well. We're going to go in that order. So if there's a specific topic that you're really interested in, you can skip ahead. All right. Anarchapulco 2025 is happening in the beautiful Jardín Secreto for the 5th time in a row. When COVID locked down the world, we didn't know where to host our event. The Princess, where we used to do our event, wanted us setting the chairs 6 feet apart, wearing masks outside, and we were an absolute no to that. We're a freedom community, and we're not going to talk about freedom on a stage while trapping our attendees behind a mask, separated from one another. Our event is all about connections and heart-centered gathering with one another. I know for me, I have taken home the most valuable relationships in my life from Anarchapulco. I met my husband at Anarchapulco. So this event is all about being close and loving one another and enjoying each other's company. And we had to find a new venue. So we found the amazing Jardín Secreto. It's an outdoor jungle venue. Be prepared for the heat. Be prepared for the sun. Think festival meets conference meets family reunion. All right? There's a swim pool on site. There's palm trees everywhere. And because of Hurricane John that took place in 2024, the greenery is so lush. It's actually the most beautiful I have ever seen the Jardín. As I said, this is our 5th year at the Jardín Secreto, and it's probably going to be our last. A little birdie named Jeff Berwick just gave us permission to host 2026 in Puerto Vallarta. One moment. So with that being said, you're hearing it here first. This news is not published anywhere else. Puerto Vallarta will be the location for 2026. So if you have been wanting to come experience this amazing new version of Anarchapulco out in the jungle in Bonefield Beach, right south of Acapulco, this is the year to do it. Because I don't know when we're circling back. We're going to take you all around Mexico so that you can get to know the different places in case you want to relocate. Because I'll tell you what, half our team's trying to relocate right now. We love Mexico. I've got my residency. Some of the panelists on this call have theirs or are working toward it. We love Mexico. We have found that so many people fall in love when they get there, and we want to show you all it has to offer. So with that being said, main event this year, our opening night party is February 16th. If you want to attend that, your VIP ticket includes the party access already. If you have a general admission ticket, you do have to buy an extra ticket for the opening night party because we're going to feed you hors d'oeuvres and drinks and put on some amazing entertainment, and it's going to be an awesome way to kick off AscenDANCE. Notice dance is in the word AscenDANCE, and that's what we're going to do this year is we're going to have fun and we're going to celebrate. You guys, Ross is free. Ross is out of jail. We have so much to celebrate right now. Like, good things are happening. And it is time to have some fun because after years and years of oppression and tyranny, we're tired of feeling sad, mad, scared, and afraid, and we are ready to enjoy ourselves. Not to mention, the Acapulco area has been through 2 major hurricanes the past 2 years. It's been hard, y'all. It's been hard to plan the event. It's been hard for the people who live there. It's just been hard. And we're tired of feeling tired, and we are ready to enjoy ourselves. So please come party with us. On February 16th, I promise it's going to be a good time. Our main event is February 17th through 21. We place it on a Monday through Friday so that you have the weekends to travel. So if you want to come for the whole event, it's great to take the whole week off work, travel on the weekends. But if you want to stay a little longer, and I promise that you'll want to, if you have the schedule availability, we have what's called the Agoro Forco, February 22nd through 28th. And this is a decentralized portion of Anarchapulco where you get to program, you get to put on events wherever you want in the Acapulco region. So I know for me, the first time I came in 2018, I stayed for 6 weeks and it just wasn't enough. I know not everybody can stay for 6 weeks. Now I stay for 3 and it's not enough, but that's what's in my schedule availability now. And I highly recommend if you have 2 weeks, take it. All right. So later in this video, we're going to talk about some of the special ticketed events that are taking place. Some are before Anarchapulco, some are during Anarchapulco, and some are after. So if you want to learn about those, Kale's going to be talking about those at the end. Right now, I'm going to be switching to Tom, who's going to be talking about our community support tickets. And then after him will be Laura talking about family camp. And before I hand it over to Tom, I just want to say it is our community support volunteers that make this event possible. A lot of you come year after year. You are so dedicated. You give more time and more energy than we ask of you, but you are the face of this event. You are the people who greet those who are coming in, and you comfort those who are in overwhelm because they just woke up to the matrix and they don't know what to do and they want to sign up for workshops and they don't know which ones. You guys are the heartbeat of Anarchapulco. So for those of you who have already applied and received your ticket for being a community support member, I just want to say thank you. And for those of you who are interested, I'm going to hand it over to Tom so he can introduce himself. He's the newest member on our team, and I think this is his first public debut. Welcome, Tom.
Well, thanks, Kat, for the introduction. I think it is first public debut. So, hello. So I'm Tom. I'll be coordinating everyone on the community support team this year. So, Acapulco is a big operation, a lot of moving parts, and absolutely need all the volunteers we can get to come and help out and do all sorts of things, whether it's driving shuttles to help get speakers and people from place to place to a different, from where they're staying onto the stage. If there's workshops, getting attendees into the workshops, making sure the workshops are all set up, ready for whoever's running it to do their magic. Whether it's on registration, the first faces that people see when they arrive, getting them all set up, and a whole host of other very important things to take care of to ensure that everyone has a great time. And I came along as a volunteer to Acapulco when Anarchapulco came on tour, flew themselves halfway around the world to bring some of the magic of what they do over to Arc Village from the guys at Liberland, and I had a wonderful time. And being a volunteer was absolutely the best way to experience that event in terms of the connections I was making with people and just the experience I was having as a whole. I think it's probably one of the best ways to experience the event, and we need more volunteers for Acapulco this year. And so if you want to come and experience it that way, please do. What it involves is it's a reduced ticket price from the normal general admission, so it's $300, and that will cover all your food during the event, 3 meals a day. And in return, we'll want you to do about 20 hours helping out on the site, and there'll be different shifts available. I spoke about some of them earlier, and that'll be how it works. My job will be making sure you've got everything you need during that time. If there's a problem on the day, you were meant to be helping out in one area, you're not feeling very well, something's happened, tell me what you need and I can help cover it. So if that sounds like a way to experience an Acapulco, trust me, it is. Then you can, if you head over to the website, Kat, are you able to bring it up on screen to show people what it looks like? Perfect. So onto anarchapulco.com/tickets. You'll see the 2025 community support team option there. If you click the link, that will bring you to an application form. If you fill it out, so we get a bit of an idea of who you are, what you can bring into the role, where you might want to work, and then that'll make its way to me, and we'll get in touch so we can get to know each other. And if that's all good, I can give you a bit more information about how we move forward. And we do need more volunteers. We've got some really great people signed up already, a lot of returning faces, some new faces as well, who I've had some awesome chats with already. You'd be very welcome to join. I think that's most of it from me. I felt very enthusiastic with that. And I am enthusiastic about it. It's good.
That is one of my favorite things about you. When I met you in Serbia, your enthusiasm was contagious. I absolutely loved working with you. You are a see a need, fill a need kind of person. And I knew within 20 minutes of watching you work as a volunteer that you would become part of our team. I just knew. I felt it in my heart. And I want to mention that literally, every member of Anarchapulco's team started as a volunteer, including me. So this is a path to a career with Anarchapulco, maybe. There's 7 of us, but every single one of us started out as a volunteer. And it's just been the most amazing experience of my life. That year in 2018 where I stepped up and I volunteered because I saw a need and I felt a need. I was there as a speaker. The lady doing registration was really frazzled and needed help. And I just stepped up, started alphabetizing and started giving, and then, had more and more responsibility as each year went on. And my life has been so blessed and so charmed. So thank you, Tom. I also want to mention, before we shift gears, that Tom does have a presentation on stage. I don't remember what day, Wednesday, maybe. So check the schedule.
I need to check the schedule as well. I know it's there.
Yeah, check the schedule. You can find him on stage. He's got some cool projects going out there in the UK. We are an international team. Every single member of our team, except our married pair, comes from a different country. So we really, really represent the globe very well. And that is the dynamic of Anarchapulco. When you're standing there in a circle talking to people, you'll look around and odds are most people come from a different place. People are coming from everywhere. It's mostly English-speaking countries, but there are people who speak English and come from other places. But we've got, Australia, lots of places in Europe. We've got the Canadian contingency is pretty strong because Jeff's from Canada, right? North America in general has a pretty strong contingency because it's easy access to Mexico. But we do have people who come from all over the world. And not only do we have adults, but we have our beloved children, the next generation who show up. And for me, when I came in 2018, that was the most magical part of Anarchapulco for me. My children were welcomed in. They were encouraged to attend and participate. And we've always had a kids camp, a family camp, where people can bring little kids, older kids. It's not a drop-off program, right? This is something where we participate with our kids. We're not public school. We're homeschoolers or Waldorfers or whatever we are. But at Anarchapulco, we come together as families and we provide a lot of awesome opportunities for people. And Laura, who runs our family camp, she started as a volunteer as well. And her family showed up and they were just like, we're going to make sure this happens, because in 2021, I think it was the only year we didn't have a kids camp. We just didn't have the capacity. I mean, we had 140 people total, including speakers and staff. And I didn't have anyone to run registration until a week before the event because we just didn't know if we would have the resources to fly somebody out. And so a week before the event, I called my friend in Texas and I'm like, hey, can I buy you a ticket? Will you come help me with registration? So we didn't have kids camp that year, but it is a priority for us. We believe that the future belongs to the children. And not only are we trying to protect the present for them, but we are trying to raise them in a way that they will protect the future for us, because we will be dependent on them one day. They'll be the ones making decisions and running society. And we need them making good choices. We need them to understand the philosophies of freedom and liberty and voluntarism and philosophical anarchy, and understand what double speak is and double think and the programming and the propaganda, but also to maintain their free spirit to not have that indoctrinated out of them, and to let them be kids and to have fun and to be creative so that they can grow up with that creative spirit in their heart. Because creative, fun-loving, childlike adults, they're magical and they make the world more fun and more beautiful. And that's what we need. So Laura, if you could introduce yourself and tell everybody about Kids Camp, I would be so grateful.
Yeah, sure. So hi, my name is Laura, and I'm, as Kat mentioned, from another place on Earth, in Norway, where it's dark and snowy. But some of you probably might have heard me chatting with some speakers on this channel before. Some probably have already watched the family camp panel that I had some time ago with Chad, who is our sovereign life skills teacher at the family camp, and Jay Noon, who is a speaker, but first of all, a father of two great kids, and two sisters, Jade and Star, who have been attending Anarchapulco since 2018, and they were representing the kids on the panel. So if you haven't seen it yet, I am welcoming you to watch it and to find out more. How do people feel at the family camp, how they have experienced it from the different perspectives, and what kind of wishes there is for the future. But right now, let me introduce you to the family camp. What is it? So, as Kat's told you already, so everyone is welcome. So family camp is both physical place and a hub for activities that is specially dedicated and tailored for families. And as Kat also mentioned, it's not a drop-off service. So if your kid is too young to take care of of him or her, or doesn't feel totally comfortable with being alone, you or older siblings must come. But it is an inviting, creative, fun place to be. And in the mornings from Tuesday to Friday, we kick off with arts and crafts. Those are for everyone, but more especially tailored for the younger participants. If arts and crafts is not something for you, there's also a possibility to play a board game while that is happening. Later, there's going to be several speakers from the main stage offering different activities. Like in the mornings, Jay Noon going to have his man camp. He's going to be offering blacksmithing, both for kids and adults. So you all can try that out. Carlos Lascurain gonna offer yoga for the kids. Charlie Robinson gonna offer his knowledge about how to write a book. And Andrew Treglia, the director of John's Plantation, he is gonna be coming also to talk about what it is to make a movie, and I'm sure talk about some other topics as well. And as it is told, this family camp, as the Anarchapulco itself, it's a community. It's a place where everyone is invited to either lead a workshop or sing a song or offer a lavender oil to someone who has got a bug bite. So, and the same way, everyone is invited to participate in the family camp. And this year, for example, the two sisters mentioned before, Jade and Star, they're going to have the Crypto Kids workshop on Thursday. And one of the attendees, Brian O, he has had the experience cooperating and working together with Patch Adams. And he going to come to offer us juggling and introduction to improvisation theater. And also he's going to be helping us to make a surprise for Friday. I'm not going to tell what it's going to be yet, but it's totally going to be fun. And after this surprise, we're going to have piñata party. And at this party, everyone is welcome to share their special talents or some kind of skill they would like to show to others. And if you have some, feel free to reach out to me or Chad at the event, or message us through the Telegram channel. We have a section called Family Camp there. And there you can also send us follow the updates or send us ideas or questions about the family camp. But there is more to the family camp. This part is more for the adults, and it's called Family Discussion Circle. What is it? This is when we invite people interested in the day's theme together. And we also invite one or several special guests, usually someone from the speakers. And this year, we're going to have themes like digital hygiene and preparing kids for the future by Anna Maria Oliva and Jainu. Then we're going to have sustainable food. Last year's has been Marjorie Wallercraft, who has been our special guest there. But this year also Joel Salatin might come. Then we will have relationship check-in. The special guest is to be announced. Follow on our programs. And one of the days, Jay Berwick is coming himself and is open to tell about his experience as dad and a husband and answer the questions you might have. So as you can hear, the program for the family camp is rich and interesting. So we will keep you updated on our homepage and on the Telegram channel. And here we can see the family camp section on the homepage. And there is the description of the camp. Our daily schedule is still up from the last year, but it's going to be updated very soon. And some pictures from previous years. And it has been really, really big joy, great feeling to really experience that the families are coming together and they're connecting and having fun and helping each other. And it has been really, really nice place to be. And in the descriptions, we're going to add a presentation of his classes, Chad Schwartz. He has been teaching them several life skills the last years, and he is going to do this year as well. So look in the descriptions, click on the link, and follow his talk on what he is bringing this year to the family camp. I'm really looking forward to meeting you all in Anarchapulco 2025. Hope to see you soon. Bye.
Awesome. Thank you, Laura. Truly, my favorite part about Anarchapulco is all the family. I love it. It feels so good. It feels like a tribe coming together. Laura's going to be on the stage this year as well, correct? Yeah, Laura's going to be on the stage as well.
Yes, that's correct. I think it's on Thursday.
Okay, so Thursday, watch the schedule for that. I'm also going to be talking about what it's like to live in an intentional community and raise a family on 173 acres with about 15 other families. And we run a school where we kind of get to do the Anarchapulco family camp year round. And I love it. It's such a blessing. And I look really forward to having Josie, my youngest, at Anarchapulco again this year. She really loves Chris and Laura's kids. So thank you for that, Laura. And the next thing I want to talk about is some of our special ticketed events. And I want to first mention, I'm going to share my screen here before I bring up Kale, that I went to look at our housing included tickets to see how many were left, and they are almost all gone. So if you're on our main page and you go to tickets, click this link here at the top, you're going to see we've got VIP, general admission. VIP comes with your meals included, and there's also an open bar during part of the day. You also get some, special other perks during the event. General admission, you get access to the event, but you got to buy your own food, and there will be some food trucks. Now, if you're looking for an opportunity to have your transportation from the airport covered, your VIP ticket with access to the speaker green room, which gives you an opportunity to rub elbows with the who's who. You obviously cannot be interrupting them if they're podcasting or working or preparing for a speech. That is a sacred space, the green room, but you do get access to the green room. And you get to stay at our fabulous retreat venue, which is Bambuda, run by Vistata and Christian. There are only 2 rooms left at this facility out of 10. And there's the option to get a single. So it's you renting the room by yourself, or for a couple, either you and a friend, you and a child, you and a spouse, lover. Those are options there. So the VIP plus couple will come with 2 VIP tickets. If you are bringing a child, depending on the age range, some younger kids get VIP access for free, but as you go up in age, that changes. So just, check the kids' ticket listings for that. And then the other housing including option we have right here, Lucy special ticket and more. This option only has 1 left. So we have 3 options for you right now, 3 rooms remaining if you want your housing provided at Anarchapulco. Lucy special ticket, RIP Lucy. We're very, very sad still and grieving as a community the loss of Lucy, Jeff's beloved Chihuahua. She was the star of the show. Last year, we had a Lucy's Taco luncheon with Jeff and Lucy. And so that's included with this ticket, which is a GA ticket, general admission, but you have a hotel room, which is in Bonfil. It's walking distance to the venue. The VIP plus, you do need to take a taxi, and we do have taxi vouchers for you to get back and forth to the event each day. This ticket comes, and I should mention there are some special dinners and things included with the VIP plus, but with the Lucy special ticket, you get into the opening night party. So this is an upgrade from a regular GA where you would have to pay for the GA ticket separately. You get access to a speed networking event, which Kale will tell you about shortly. And you get access to an exclusive lunch with Jeff. And this is just for the people, here in this hotel that are doing the Lucy special tickets. You get your accommodation. It does not include food or airfare. Something that's not mentioned in here, and I thought is that we are printing T-shirts with Lucy's image on it to raise money for a local animal rescue. And you should have one of those waiting for you at registration if you get the Lucy special ticket. So I really wanted to mention those because there's only 3 left. They are coveted. It is possible to find housing on Airbnb and other places. It's a little beach town. Most things are walking or a bicycle walk away. We have found the town to be relatively safe. I mean, anywhere you go, you need to do your due diligence. But I've walked around Bonfil at night during the day with children, and I have felt personally safe. I lived there for 6 months. There's always exceptions to that. We, street smarts, always, no matter where you are in the world. But if you get housing in the Bonefield area, you should be walking or a bike ride away. And there is a place to rent bikes in the area. We also have taxi tokens that you can get at registration, and that gets you a ride anywhere in Bonefield. Or if you have a hotel room, we do have a link. It should have gone out via email. I don't have that pulled up right now, but we do have a partnership with the Mundo Imperial, which also owns the Princess, which is no longer open because they got destroyed in Hurricane Otis. Well, actually, they have one building open, the Perella, but we can't. Anyway, if you're staying somewhere like that, we do have taxi tokens that you can buy at registration so that you don't have to be haggling prices with drivers, and you can get into a taxi that has an Anarchapulco logo on it. Now, you'll see we've got some special dinners here, and I'm going to have Kale talk about some of these. And we have some special retreats taking place. These are really, really awesome experiences. If you are interested in plant medicine, we have one mushroom ceremony happening after the event on Saturday. We have individual Bufo tickets. So if you've been wanting to experience Bufo, the Bufo Awakening is a short ceremony at Bambuda. And it's not overnight. It's not a big retreat. It's an experience. For me, Bufo was a very fast but very enlightening experience. It's not like a mushroom ceremony where you're tripping all night. You know what I mean? Where it's very long. Bufo happens very quickly and goes very deep, very fast, and it's just amazing. So those will be happening mostly during the event. There's 4 of those that are available during the day with our shaman Bearheart. And then we do have an ayahuasca retreat after the event. And this is an awesome opportunity to go really deep. You get to stay at the retreat center at Bambuda. It's multi-day. And then as you can see down here, the kids' tickets. So, and of course, if you want to come to Librapoco 2025, like Tom mentioned, we do have those tickets online right now. So I would really like to introduce Kale. Let me turn off my screen share here. Kale also started out as a volunteer with Anarchapulco and her family. She was there with her husband, Mike, and I just knew instantly, like, she's part of the team. Like, hello, welcome. So glad you're here. And she has really stepped up and taken on more and more responsibility every single year. I have felt so blessed because the past year I was able to represent Anarchapulco with her at the Porcupine Freedom Festival in New Hampshire. We were able to rock the Librapoco event in Serbia together. And then she was at Monerotopia with us in Mexico City. And we actually took some personal time and we did a road trip through Mexico. We saw a volcano together. And we went to ancient ruins and we got to see the butterflies migrate. So, Kale, I've really, really, really enjoyed the deepening of our friendship this past year. And I've enjoyed watching you negotiate with hotels and vendors. And you are putting on 2 events that I would like for you to talk about specifically, that are the Valentines, the speed networking, and then you were also there helping to negotiate with the venue for the Sovereign Living Dinner that Laura's husband, Chris, is helping to organize, and he's spearheading the special dinner parties. So if you could talk about those, that would be awesome. And introduce yourself.
Thank you. Hi, everybody. I'm Kale. I am from Commie, Canada, and I have been wanting to come to Anarchapulco for many, many years. But I also had another gig that would go on at the same time as Anarchapulco, and I always had to choose the money over coming to Anarchapulco. And in 2022, that conference, that trade show was actually canceled. And I said to my husband, we are going to Anarchapulco. And one night I was just sitting there and I saw an email come in saying, needing 3 additional volunteers. And I went on right away. I purchased all 3 tickets and I brought my husband, my mother-in-law. We weren't married yet at the time. But we came down, we met you guys, we love you guys, we fell in love with Mexico and Acapulco, and we even got married in Mexico the following year, 2023, and spent our honeymoon at Bambuda. And Anarchapulco was our honeymoon. It was fantastic. We loved it. And, Kat leads with love. And I love love. And that kind of leads me into the first event that we're going to be having this year, which is on February the 14th. Usually Anarchapulco straddles the week of February 14th, Valentine's. And so this year it's going to be on Friday, February 14th, which is actually before the actual event. But we're going to be having a singles speed dating event on February the 14th. Those tickets have not gone up on the website yet, but they will be there in the next day or two. So just make sure you get on there. If you're single, you're ready to mingle. There's a lot of couples, Laura and Chris, Kat met Paulo. There's a lot of love going on. And in fact, there's going to be a wedding this year at Bambuda. So a lot of love is in the air, and you're going to meet so many people. And I have so many friends, and the friends that I've made of Anarchapulco are the friends that I'm closest to in the world right now. Because as we know, being the special people that we are, we got a lot of flack and a lot of backlash about them, not getting vaxxed and all this government propaganda stuff that's been going on globally. And most of us lost our friends and our families, and our new friends and family are our Anarchapulco family. And we're here right now in Acapulco. We love it. We love our neighborhood, our community. We walk around everywhere. It's super safe. It is great. Anyway, I am going to be the first and last person that you see every single day. Pre-registration is going to be open for speakers and volunteers, community supporters from noon on the 16th. And then for the general attendees, it will be after that. So 3:00, it'll be open. And then the opening night party starts on the 16th at 6 p.m. And okay, so that's the first thing. The main event throughout the week from the 17th to the 21st, registration will be open from 8 a.m. every day. So we'll be there. I know in previous years, most of the registration is done either on the Sunday or Monday leading into Tuesday, and it trickles out throughout the week. And there are people who are only able to come for a couple of days, and people who come later in the week or at the beginning of the week based on their schedules. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing you there at registration. We have several volunteers and community supporters that come back year after year to help me get that job done. But make sure you get your tickets well in advance, because we go to print for those badges. If you do not want a handwritten badge, please buy your ticket now. Okay. If you do have any tickets that are couple tickets, or if you had bought any of the 2-for-1 tickets, make sure the other person's name is listed. Otherwise, you're going to get 2 badges with the same name on it. And then I'm going to have to do some handwriting. So make sure the names are accurate. Please send an email with those names. But let's get you an actual printed badge. And no Sharpie written badges this year, okay? Last year, we had over 100 people register at the front door. I'd like to see that go down to 10. So make sure you pre-register and buy your tickets now. Okay, so I'm going to talk a little bit about the events. If you do have any other questions, I will be around. I'm available. You can reach me on hospitality@anarchapulco.com if you have any questions about registrations or anything like that. Okay, so the VIP dinner, which is going to be happening on Monday, on the 17th. This is a special dinner, which is going to be at Tony.
We can't call it a VIP dinner. We learned the hard way. People think it's included in the VIP ticket. Special dinner.
Oh, that's true. Yes.
Sorry.
This is a separate ticketed item. It is a $300 ticket, and it's going to be at Tony's, and it's going to be a very intimate event. So there's limited tickets. Make sure you get your tickets as soon as possible. This event is an event for Gareth Ike, and it's going to be hosted by Charlie Robinson. And it's going to be a really great event. And if you've never been to Tony's before, the view is utterly, incredibly fantastic. It is beautiful. All the details, of course, are on the website.
But the Ike dinner is on Monday.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. You're right. I'm talking about Monday. Oh,
So let's talk
wow.
about Thursday
Okay,
right now, and we'll
sorry.
switch to Monday. Here's Thursday. This one's
Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. I'm like looking at my notes here and it says Monday, but I don't know why.
I think we
I just
switched
totally messed
it
that up.
based
I'm
on
sorry.
people's schedules. We had to switch it based on speaker schedules. So we've got the Sovereign Living Tony's Thursday and then the Ike Monday at the venue.
Correct. Oh my goodness. Yes, that's right. So the Ike, it's going to be at the Jardin, a separate specially ticketed item. So make sure you get your tickets for that. Then on Tuesday, the 18th, we do have another event. And in previous years, people have been asking for a more affordable option for rubbing shoulders with the speakers. So we've created the speed networking event, which will be happening on the Tuesday night. So it's gonna be fun time. I will be there with the bell in my hand, and we'll be switching tables, and you'll be able to have one-on-one conversations with several speakers, including um, Steve Falconer. We've got a lot of the Greeklings. We got Lydia. We got Arturo. We got Persephone. We have Michael Cobb. We have a wonderful lineup of speakers that you can actually sit down with one-on-one and have a real conversation with them. Because sometimes it's really challenging to find everybody, and maybe not everybody is as outgoing as Kat or myself, and just uh just able to start random conversations anywhere with anyone. So you'll be able to have your own little zone for several minutes to speak with the speakers, and it's an affordable ticket price at $100. So make sure you get yours now, because this is also a very limited event. So get your tickets as soon as possible. Then on Wednesday, we have the Barnum World Movie Night, which will be happening at the Secret Garden at the main stage. So that's going to be screening then. That is going to be just on the main stage schedule. So plan that into your schedule. That's included in your ticket. So there's no additional price that you'll have to pay for that movie night. On Thursday, okay, back to the other special dinner, the Sovereign Living dinner, which Kat has already put up there on the screen. So we've got Joel Salatin, David Avocado Wolf. It is going to be unforgettable. Your transportation from the garden is also included in there to Tony's, and your return back to Bonfil. Obviously, all the details here on the flyer. Make sure you get your tickets as soon as possible as well. And the food at Tony's is to die for. You're gonna love it. That alone is worth going there. But of course, being able to schmooze with these up and up speakers is special. All right. Then we're on Thursday. Oh my goodness, we're going to Friday now. Are we here at Friday already? Man, time goes by so fast when you're here. I tell you, it's like you blink an eye and you're like, what do you mean it's over? So we have the Friday night closing party, which is going to be a very special venue to yet be announced. We do have the venue, but we'll announce it later for you. Of course, we have our DJs, Carrillo B and Presence. And also, I believe Mike Winter might be spinning a couple of sets here and there as well. So make sure you come on out with your best dancing shoes on. One of the things that I want to encourage you guys to do is make sure you bring flats, your Birkenstocks, your, what do you call those, Crocs? Whatever. Wear comfortable shoes, because we're not talking marble sidewalks over here. We're talking gravel, dirt road, pavements with potholes. So we don't want anybody hurting yourselves while you're trying to bust a move on the dance floor. Anyway, the venue is a good venue, but maybe bring your high heels in a bag and you kind of put them on while you're sitting around or whatnot. But also be encouraged to dance barefooted. You want to ground as well a little bit. And so that will be Friday night, our closing night party. A lot of people are probably leaving on Saturday, arriving Saturday and leaving Saturday. But also on Saturday, there's another event that maybe Catherine will talk to you about. And then on Saturday night or Saturday afternoon is when you can check in for your mushroom ceremony. If you were doing the mushrooms or Bambuda, that is an overnight event as well. And moving into the 23rd and the following week, we have a Goroforco, where individuals like yourself who have a special skill set or knowledge base and you want to have your own workshop, you can put it into our Goroforco schedule. It is a decentralized model, so you do have to make your own arrangements, find your own venues, select your times. If you want to charge for it, you're welcome to do so. So make sure you take a look at the Goroforco schedule. Kat, is there anything that I'm missing? Oh, ayahuasca. Ayahuasca is actually happening on the 24th to the 27th. And, our Anarch Awakening events always sell out. So you want to get your ticket as soon as possible for that. There's only a couple of tickets left for each of the events. I believe we had opened a few extra slots for Bufo, but with ayahuasca, there's a limited number of rooms. You will be staying at the Bambuda Resort for the entire time, checking in on the 24th and checking out on the 27th, which is actually my birthday. I look forward to doing ayahuasca this year. In previous editions, I have done the mushrooms, and last year I did Bufo, and this year for my 49th birthday, I will be doing ayahuasca, and I hope to see you there. Kat, take it away.
Okay, let me get this off. Sorry that I interrupted you about that. I know we don't have our Monday special dinner tickets online yet, so it does get a little bit confusing. So I'm just going to give a really quick summary because there's a lot going on that Kale just told you about. Monday, it's a paid nightlife dinner at the Hardin with Gareth Ike. The ticket is not online yet, but it's coming very soon. We just approved it to go up. Tuesday, this is a paid networking experience with lots of speakers. I know Jeff's planning to be there. Wednesday, this is a movie night included with your ticket, no extra cost. Thursday, it's the paid Sovereign Living dinner, which is off-site. It costs a little more. It's at a really fancy, beautiful, amazing restaurant where you can see the whole view of everything. Wish I hadn't just showed you how pitted out I am. Jeez. Here we go. All right. Friday, free, included with your ticket, closing night party. I realized when Kale was talking, I clicked the opening night flyer and I meant to click the closing night flyer. And then Saturday, this is not online yet, but it will be very, very soon, is the TDV workshop with Jeff. So if you are wanting to do the day-long Dollar Vigilante workshop with him, that's at the Hardin. It is a paid ticket. It's a workshop. And then we will have workshops taking place all throughout the week. I know that Rebecca just recorded a video with Chad, so I think she probably talked about workshops because Chad organizes the workshops. So look for that video on our YouTube channel if you're interested about the workshops. This is going to be an awesome event, you guys. I am so excited. I feel so good. We're on track to have the same size event as last year, unless some tidal wave of people are buying tickets at a different pace than last year, but that was about 650 people on site. So expect to come enjoy yourself with hundreds of like-minded, like-lifestyled, curious, wonderful people. We do encourage everybody to read the book, The Four Agreements. These are the principles that we embody as a staff and as volunteer, and that we ask the speakers to embody. It's a way of living where we're able to cooperate with one another in a loving way, especially because we are coming from all over the world and we do have different cultural ways of communicating and going about life. I know most of my conflicts with my husband have been cultural. Like when I set an umbrella on a table, that was our first conflict. And I was like, oh no, which was apparently very rude in Italian culture. So, there's things that we don't know about other cultures that are maybe rude or offensive. And as long as we're coming from a heart-centered place, we all get along fabulously. I think the vibe at Anarchapulco is the best vibe of any community and any culture that I've ever experienced. So for those of you who watched our Darkest Days on the HBO series, The Anarchist, please know that after the deepest dark comes the dawn, and the sun has risen and it is shining bright, and we are prepared to dance late into the night and have a great time with one another. If you are looking for things to do that are not paid on Monday night, Tuesday night, Thursday night, even Sunday night, the community does gather and they do have fun, and there is music and there is dancing, and there's some great taco joints on the main Dragon Bone Field if you just want to eat and share a meal with people and not party. We have such a wide range of self-expression with Anarchapulco. We have vegans, we have carnivores, we have flat earthers and round earthers, and we have found a way to get along with a loving spirit. We have terrain theorists and germ theorists, and you know what? We love each other, and we respect each other, and we are kind to each other, and we listen, and we function with a curious and open heart. Anarchapulco does not adhere to any ideology. We are not dogmatic in any way to anything except freedom, love, and kindness. So when you show up here, be prepared to have your mind blown in so many different ways, because you're going to hear new information and you may not agree with it, and that's okay. All I ask is that you communicate that in a loving way. Prepare to have your heart blown in so many ways, because you are going to forge new relationships that will change the rest of your life. Every single aspect of my day-to-day life has been touched and shaped by the community at Anarchapulco. So for those of you who have already attended, be it virtual or in person, I want to say thank you, because you have a piece of my heart already. And for those of you I am about to meet in just a few short weeks, thank you, because you will have a piece of my heart soon. And I feel so blessed to be part of this team. Thank you, Kale. Thank you, Laura. Thank you, Tom. Thank you to the rest of the team who is not here on this video today. Y'all are amazing. And you really, really, truly walk the walk. I love how well we get along. I love how we move through conflict together. I love how we hold ourselves and each other accountable. It's just a beautiful, beautiful thing. I have never, ever experienced something so awesome. And of course, to Jeff and Kina, we love you. Thank you for all you do to hold the space to make this possible, because that's why we're here. It's because Jeff had an idea to host a conference in beautiful, sunny Acapulco. And year 11, it might be our last, or at least for a while, in Acapulco. So if you want to experience this new vibe, this new version in this wonderful Harding, this is the year to come. And we will definitely see you in 2026 in Puerto Vallarta. Love you guys. Peace, love, and anarchy.
Wow. And thank you, Kat and Jeff and Kina, for recognizing us. You just saw us and you're like, oh man, Tom's the man, Kale's got it, Laura and Chris, like you just were able to see what we could bring, and we love that you love us, and we love you too. Remember, I have a new hand thing: peace, love, and anarchy.
Ooh, I love it. All right, anarchapulco.com. Buy your tickets if you haven't yet. Let us know you're coming. Tag us on all the socials. Find us on Telegram. We love you. Ciao.